We're also following breaking news out of the tech world tonight that you may have heard about. Amazon set to announce massive layoffs, as many as 30,000 corporate job cuts. That, according to Reuters. CNBC reporting it will be the largest cuts in the company's history. NBC's Christine Romans joins us now on set. Christine, so great to see you and talk to you. This is a huge headline, and it's sort of wild because it's one of the biggest companies in the world. And if they're cutting 30,000 people, what does that say for other companies across the country?
And they're cutting.
It says a lot. It says a lot. Welcome back to the channel. I don't want to troll too much because this is crazy. 30K jobs is going to be cut by Amazon. And it's all because of AI, ladies and gentlemen. We've done this to ourselves. Now, I am a big user of AI. I use it every day. I do. It's beautiful. And again, not to troll too much because this is crazy. And the crazy part about it is the time of the year. This is the end of the year, holiday season. You cutting all these people's jobs. I know layoffs happen all the time, all year round. Different companies, organizations, whatever, cut jobs because they're trying to cut costs. And, you know, it's always, if we got to cut costs, we're going to cut it at the bottom. We're not going to really do it at the top. But they cutting people, they cutting corporate jobs too. They are autonomizing everything. And I mean, I can't say that I'm not surprised. Now, to give a little bit of backstory, and we'll finish this little clip, but give a little backstory about myself, my past life. I worked all kinds of warehouse jobs, right? I worked UPS, I worked FedEx, I've driven forklifts, I've loaded trailers. That's why I'm, like I said in previous videos, that's why my configurations all kind of jacked up. I got 2 bad shoulders, I got a bad neck, I got a bad back, I got 2 bad knees, I got some ankles that's jacked up. I got an Achilles that feel like it's about to pop at any moment. That just comes from these warehouse jobs. And so I know the turnover rate, especially at UPS. I can't really speak too much about FedEx because I actually enjoyed that job. I drove a forklift there. But at UPS, I was there for 6 years, and I seen so many people come and go throughout those 6 years. So many people. And so I've heard many people complain about the job. The work conditions were horrible. If it was hot outside, you know it's probably 10 degrees hotter than it is outside in them damn trailers. And you loading for 4, 5, 6 hours a night in the trailers, nonstop, consecutive package after package after package. Pause. You handling boxes. And I ain't talking about the good kind of boxes. I'm talking about packages, cardboard, all day, all night, whatever shift you work. So all of that eventually is going to be autonomized. Robots going to take all of y'all jobs. And it is what it is because, you know, we have complained so much about all of these different jobs. And, you know, Amazon is now the next in line to cut jobs in place of AI. AI is replacing a lot of. There's a Taco Bell, if I'm not mistaken, in my hometown. I think, I could be wrong, but I think it's pretty much autonomized. Remember, you one person that's in there that's like cooking, but you go, it's a kiosk, you order your food at the kiosk, and that's it. There's no counter workers, none of that stuff. We already got to go to Walmart and do self-checkout. The cashiers is going to be non-existent. There's going to be a lot of jobs. It's just, people just going to be, it's going to be a whole lot of, it's going to be a lot of dope dealing. Niggas going to be back on the block.
Things like advertising and HR and cloud, they're cutting white collar jobs. 10% of their corporate office jobs here is what these reports are. Amazon, of course, not commenting, but these are supposed to start tomorrow. These pink slips will start tomorrow. And I think it shows you that using AI for cost cutting is essentially the holy grail for these big companies. They want to use artificial intelligence to figure out how to take out layers in the office, how to make people more productive, and how.
And the thing is that people are the ones that's creating these AI modules, right? So now the AI modules that people created are in a sense replacing the people. We created the monster. Now the monster is taking over. That's crazy when you really think about it. Like these modules have to be programmed by people. And now these AI modules are looking for ways to cut people out. Just cutting out the middleman. These companies are going to save a tremendous amount of money by not having to pay workers. You going to pay a robot?
To move some of this work to other functions, AI functions.
And we were just talking about AWS, I think, last week with your colleague Brian Chung here. Explain to our viewers, this is sort of scary. We don't want to scare people out there, but Amazon is a tech company. They're obviously invested in AI. We just had Vicky Wynn here talking about AI in the stock rooms. This is different, though, because they have the technology to do AWS, but they're also cutting through AI. And it's kind of putting those two ideas together, right?
Yeah, and it's really interesting to me. They grew like gangbusters through the pandemic, added all these workers, and then realized they had too many workers. And they cut 27,000. I think in 2022, they had a huge downsizing. And this is...
So, okay, not to keep pausing, but so they hired a bunch of people throughout the pandemic when a lot of companies was letting a lot of people off. A lot of people was losing jobs throughout the pandemic. And Amazon hired a bunch of people, so I guess that maybe they're just resetting their market. I don't know. That's a little strange, but we did see like an influx of the AI and everything over these last five years for sure. So it's like post pandemic, it's been an influx of just autonomy. And it's not just the warehouse workers. Now it's HR people and all these other people that are being impacted. Drivers are going to be impacted. I'm in the DF Dub, and so I frequent downtown Dallas periodically. I saw a few robots crossing the street, delivery robots. Like we're living in the Jetsons time now. We're really living it out. We just don't have the flying cars yet. But I mean, it's only a matter of time. I've seen on the highway one of those autonomous delivery trucks. It's like a box truck. Now it was a person driving the truck, but it had cameras everywhere. I mean, on every corner of the box truck, at the top of it, around the bottom of it, around the complete perimeter of the truck. It's only a matter of time before those trucks is driving themselves. We got a bunch of... I mean, it's no different than the semi truck drivers that's driving and don't know how to drive, and motherfuckers don't even know how to read. They don't know language. So what would you rather have? You rather have robots, autonomous vehicles with nobody driving it, or somebody on the road driving it that can't even speak the language, can't even read the street signs?
On top of that, this is even bigger than that, Tom, if it's indeed 30,000 jobs.
And it's your understanding it's because of AI, they're figuring out jobs that AI can take, some of them?
They're cutting costs. Andy Jassy, the CEO this summer, in a memo to employees in June, said they would do everything and they would use any technology they could to cut costs. And cutting costs is cutting HR, it's cutting advertising, it's cutting some of these places where you can do it better with technology and AI.
So how do you cut human resources with AI? I think that's pretty much the gist of the video. Shout out to NBC News. Now, I just don't understand how they would cut human resources with AI. I could understand some of the other stuff, like marketing and stuff. You can kind of get marketing tips from an AI module. Just put the prompts in. If your prompt game is A1, you can get some ways. They can finesse you some ways in order for you to market your business. But cutting human resources is crazy. I don't know. Let me know what you think about AI taking over jobs, taking over your job. You next. Let me know what you think down below in the comments. If you like the video, give it a thumbs up. If you're new to the channel, hit the subscribe button on your way out the door. I appreciate you for watching as usual. And be on the lookout for the next robot coming for you. See you on the next one.